Hello and welcome to Stewie's Thoughts Podcast, episode 73. And in this episode, I'm going to give you my thoughts about a zombie apocalypse. We're all going to die. So before we get stuck into it, I'm going to give you my thoughts about what I have been up to recently. And this is my fourth attempt to do this episode. Fourth attempt. The first time, I was literally ready to go. Ready to hit record, and then what happens? Somebody started to cut their hedge. Fuming. I was absolutely fuming. That was me. I couldn't believe my luck. I was literally about to start doing it, and then all of a sudden, somebody started cutting their hedge. And I was like, damn you. So that was the first attempt. Then the second attempt, I have been trying to get this video quality to 4K because that is a 4K camera I'm using. No, my laptop, this little thing here, doesn't like it. So then I bought a brand new laptop, tried that, and guess what? It was worse than this. I had to drop it down to like 720 PSI or whatever it is, and yeah, it was skipping. So I started recording the episode, and then I looked at the screen and I could see it skipping, and I was thinking to myself, maybe it's just skipping while I'm recording, and then whenever I actually download it, it might, it might sync up or something. And I got about halfway through the episode, and I was like, no, I'm going to have to test this out. I'm going to have to stop the episode, have a look at it, and then maybe start recording it again if it's fine, and then link the two videos together. No, turns out, even if you download it, it was still skipping. So then I dropped the quality down, and it looked like it was working fine. Started doing the episode, and then went to download the episode. This is the third attempt. Skipped. Kept skipping the whole way through it. The video was just like freezing all the time. So I was like, I'm going to have to do this all over again. And here we are. The fourth attempt. But we're here. I thought to myself, just do it. I was either going to do it today or take like a 5-day break from doing this video podcasting thing, because over the last few weeks, it's been an absolute bloody nightmare, to tell you, to be honest with you. A nightmare. Anyway, so what else have I been up to? So what day are we on? We're on the 1st of December. The 1st of December. Christmas is over, almost here, and it's almost over, thank God. But what I've been up to recently was on the 29th of November, I did a wedding at a place called the Swan with Two Necks. So, I mean, have you ever seen a swan with two necks? I mean, that's a bit of a deficiency, isn't it? Like, obviously it's got two heads as well, but like, does it have two bum holes? If it's got two necks? I mean, it's got food coming in from one neck and then food coming into the other neck. Surely if you have one butthole, the food, if you like, would just build up. Because it's not, the swan with two necks needs two buttholes as far as I'm concerned. And that was Caroline and Hayden's wedding. What I will say is probably the most liveliest wedding I've ever been to. It was pumping the whole evening, the whole evening. I was there all day. It was madness. And normally what happens, if I'm there the whole day, then the venue would supply you with a meal. And if you don't organise this with the bride and the groom, the couple, beforehand, then if the venue doesn't give you any food, then you've got no food. And I know what you're probably saying, like, well, why don't you bring food with you? But if I'm there the whole day, right, I eat sort of halfway through the day. So if I was to bring something with me and it was hot, by the time I go to eat it, it'll be cold. Or if it's cold, by the time I go to eat it, it'll be warm and soggy. So you can't really bring food with you unless you want to eat crap, basically. So what tends to happen is you say to the bride and the groom before you know, as they're booking you, you say to them, listen, I'm going to be there the whole day. Is there any way you can supply me with a meal? They do it all the time with photographers and everybody else, so it's not a problem. They normally say yes, and then if I forget or anything like that, then I turn up and I'm like, is there a meal supplied? And they're like, I don't know. And then you go to the staff at the venue, and then they're like, well, if there's any food left over, we'll give you some of it. And what tends to happen, if you have like 80 guests at your wedding, some of them might not show up. So you might get like 4 people who might not show up. So you've got like 4 extra meals in because they paid for all the meals. So instead of just throwing it away or whatever, they'll go, 9 times out of 10, they'll just give you it. But this time, they were like, if you just go to the restaurant, get the menu and then just look at it and see whatever you want and then buy that. And then, well, not buy it, but ask for that, and then they'll put it on their tab. That's happened a few times, and I got the menu, and a bit of an expensive place, so it was. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to order like a £30 steak. Not the weight, £30. I mean the actual price of it, £30, whatever that is in dollars, probably like $42 or something. But if you but I didn't want to, like, you know, be cheeky. So I just went for something that was like sort of mid-range, sort of low end, just something to give me some food, give me some energy for the day. And I ordered a Thai chicken curry thing. And I must say, the nicest curry I think I've ever had in my whole life. In fact, I would say it was the nicest curry I've ever had in my whole life. The chicken came in like little skewers, like the wooden skewer things. And you know if you get like chicken skewers, right? And you get the chicken and you have to like fight to get it off this stick. This thing, as soon as I went to take the chicken off, I lifted it up, and as soon as I touched it, it just came clean straight off. And I was like, wow. And then you get the two chicken skewer things, and then you get all the vegetables and stuff like that, and then you get the rice, and then the curry sauce itself. Amazing. I don't know what curry sauce that was, but it was absolutely amazing. I love Thai food. I love it. It's a mixture between like spicy Chinese food and Indian food. It's like a fusion or something. Like, it was amazing. My mouth was on fire for ages. The woman came up to me and she was like, how's your meal? Is it okay? The woman came up to me and she was like, how's your food? Is it okay for you? And I was like, yeah, this is amazing. And I could see them bringing out all the guests' food, and it was like a Sunday roast type thing. Like chicken and beef and stuff. And there's me sitting there with a gourmet bloody Thai curry. I was like, thank you very much. But next day, I was on the toilet for about 3 hours, just pooping away. Well, why am I not playing music, actually? And what else happened? So that was on the 29th of November. On the 27th of November, I did a corporate event for Lyrico, who are based in Telford. And this was at the Mercury Hotel in Telford. I lived in Telford for a long time, right? I know of Lyrico. I've heard of them, right? I only thought that Lyrico was a small little business that was based in Telford, and that was it. Wrong I was. They've got depots in like Glasgow. Where's the other place? In Edinburgh, Manchester, all over the place. I was surprised. I was like, I thought these were just a small little company in Telford. And they're like, no, our headquarters is in Telford. You learn something new every day. It was pretty funny because there was a guy from the first one was from Edinburgh. And I said to him, I was like, are you a Hearts fan? And he's like, no, I'm a Rangers fan. And I was like, oh, well done. Good on you, sir. And we got chatting and stuff, and then drew him. And then I went to the next table, and there was a guy from Glasgow. And I said to him, I was like, oh, are you red or blue? No, green or blue? And he's like, oh, I'm green. So he's a Celtic supporter. And what did I do? I drew him with a Rangers football top on. Did he like it? He said he did, but he said he seen the funny side of it, but I don't think he did. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not going to go up in his wall in his house. And the guy, the Rangers guy who was on the table next to me, he was laughing at it. He was like, he's putting a Rangers top on this guy. Hilarious. You had to be there. But that was a good event. I was there for a few hours, and I walked up to the guy, right? And I was like, do you want your caricature drawn? And he's like, no, thank you, I've already had one. And I was like, what are you on about? I haven't even drawn you yet. Turns out, there was another caricature artist there. There was two of us. Two of us at the same event. That's only ever happened once before. And I barely got to speak to the guy because it was so busy. But this lady shouted out witty pics. So witty pics, WITTY pics, PICK. No, PICS, sorry. Yeah. And she's based in Newport in Shropshire, not Newport, Wales. That place. And we got chatting. Turns out she's a really nice lady. So we were chatting, and then we were like, right, I go one way on one side of the room, you go to the other. And that's exactly what we did. And we managed to get pretty much, I think, about 99% of the people there. So if you've got like 80 guests and you're only booking caricature artists for a couple of hours, get two of them, because we can cover all of them. So we managed to draw 99.999% of them. And afterwards, me and Chris, you call her Chris, and me and Chris had a little drink afterwards and had a little chat and exchanged ideas and money saving tips. So that was a very nice experience, and it works if you think about having two caricature artists at your event and you think, oh, they'll just clash or something. It works. Not only that, a caricature artist and a magician together, same thing. We work together so that you have entertainment throughout the whole room rather than just, where I am. But yeah, really good event. And before that, 26th of November, I was at the Hilton Hotel in Birmingham. That's the sounds of Birmingham. So I went there, and it was for a corporate event for a company called Hoyden Insurance. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm saying this right. It's either Howden or Howden. So Howden. So Howden. There's Howden Insurance Company, right? Which is the one that I drew for. And then there's another one called Howden Kitchens or something. Now, copyright. Surely there's a copyright thing there. Like trademark infringement or something. Because how can two companies be called the same thing? Maybe they are called Howden Insurance and then the other one's called Howden Kitchen, because you could probably get away with that. But who knows? Basically, if you're a rugby fan and you're a fan of the British and Irish Lions, their jersey that they're wearing for this next event, whenever they're doing it, you'll see Howden, whatever, on their shirt. That's the one I drew for, basically. And it was a lovely day. I was only there for a couple of hours. And what I will say is, Birmingham, the Hilton in Birmingham, how big is your car park? Your car park's bigger than the whole hotel itself. There's like 1,000 cars there. But I did that event, and it was pretty good. Went down really well. They were having like this big conference at the Birmingham Hotel at Hilton, and then the night before they were having a networking pre-drink type thing, and that's what I was at. So I was there on the 26th, but on the 27th they would have their big conference thing. There's like another company, IBSL or something they're called, and they work with like kids or something. They were there as well. And then before that, the 25th of November, I was at the Mill Barns in Bridge North for Kathy and Jamie's wedding. Kathy and Jamie seen me at a wedding fair, and you know when you just click with somebody? That's exactly what happened with us, I think. I just instantly like them too. They're cool. They're like surfboarders. you know, tattoos, and they got nice style, you know what I mean? Like, they were just so nice to get along with. Near enough the same age as me. I'd say I'm older, but, you know, we just chilled at the wedding fair. And because I deal with so many people, I didn't realise that it was them two that I was drawn for on the 25th. So when I got there and I seen them, I was just like, no way, it's these two, yeah! And we hit it off straight away, and then I did my thing. So I walked around and drew a lot of caricatures, and what I will say about the Mill Barns is if I go there one more time this year, they're going to start charging me rent. I've been there I don't know how many times, and I mean, we're talking double figures this year. Say about 15, 20 times or something maybe I've been there this year. It's an amazing venue, and I don't know what it is, what they do with the lights, but whenever I take photographs of people holding caricatures and make an album, all the pictures, like the background, one's like yellow, one's green, one's blue. Like, it's class. It makes it look good, I think, for photographs. Now, photographer will probably say a different thing from me, but for me, whenever I upload the album, it's all like different colours. It's class. I love it. So, yeah, that was that. What are we on? Oh, 16 minutes, right? We're done. Right, stop that. So there we go, guys. So that's what I've been up to recently. Now, let's get stuck into the topic. Zombie apocalypse. Messed that up. That button should really start over again. Let's try it again. Zombie apocalypse. So the way I did it the last few times I tried to record this episode and it kept going wrong. The first thing I did was try to realistically think, would it be possible to actually become a zombie? And how would that work? So I came up with 6 ways that is potentially a real way. Now, I know it's not possible, right? Because I did look at that after. So, first of all, it's not possible, apparently, that we can be turned into zombies. But I was thinking, metaphorically? Is that the right word? Hypothetically? Some word that ends in A. Hypothetically, possibility, whatever. So I came up with 6 ideas that becoming a zombie is possible-ish, because we know it's not. Now, if you're already a zombie and you bite somebody else and infect them, then, you know, that's how it spreads. Then that's easy to figure out. But how do you become the first one? How do you become a zombie? So the first one that I sort of thought of was a virus. So some kind of a man-made virus inside a lab. And then, you know, if you come in contact with that, if you breathe it in, or if you take it rectally, take it up the bottom, it could affect you in some way that turns you into a zombie. Now, I think you have to, in order to be a zombie, you have to die, don't you? You have to be dead first. So you're alive, you die, then you come back to life as a zombie. I don't think you could just be alive and then just be a zombie. I don't know. But I was thinking that you have some sort of man-made virus. I mean, look how quickly COVID spread across the world. So if you have like a sort of man-made virus thing that got out, and if you were to come into contact with it, if you were to like digest it, then the virus will go into like your brain and then like kill you, basically, but then turn you into a zombie. So I think a virus type thing is a possibility. I know, I checked that after, right? And ChatGPT was like, Stewie, stop being stupid. There's no such thing as a zombie. You can't become a zombie. It's impossible. In fact, I'll tell you what ChatGPT said. Spoiler alert. This whole thing was like zombie apocalypse, and I'm like saying these now, it's never going to happen. Should have kept this towards the end, shouldn't I? I forget what I actually asked her. In fact, I can't remember what she said, but it was something like when your body dies. So when your brain cells all die, all this kind of stuff, but then you can't come back after a certain amount of time. You just cannot come back. It's impossible. So if you were to die, and then 3 days later, somebody tried to turn your corpse into a zombie, it would be impossible, basically. You can't sort of die and then be brought back to life. But isn't there like a time frame for that? I think it might be 12 minutes or something. Or less than that. Could be 7 minutes. So you can't actually... theoretically, right? Yes, if you were to die, and then you get past the point where you can't be brought back to life again, then you can't become a zombie. But what if you die, like with the virus thing? What if it instantly killed you, but then instantly turns you into a zombie? So you die, your heart stops beating, your brain is still working, but you're like, pronounced dead at the scene. But then almost instantly, your brain kicks back into action again, and then your heart starts again, but then you're a zombie. So I think it still could be possible, I think. So you got this sort of virus thing that, it gets into your system, kills you, then you become a zombie, and then boom, there you go. You become the main zombie, and then you go around biting people or sneezing on them or farting on them, and then they become zombies, and then that's it. The whole world it's a zombie apocalypse. So realistically, do you reckon that could happen? I think so. I'm going to stop hitting that button. I bet you are all getting annoyed with that button at the minute. So there we go. So I think that if you have some sort of a virus and it get into your bloodstream and into your brain and turns you into a zombie, that's how you become a zombie. So that's the first one. Now, I came up with 6 ideas and I can't remember all of them. The other idea would be like if some sort of like alien species thing came from like a different planet. So like, I don't know, like an asteroid or a comet or whatever hits Earth. I don't know what the difference is between a comet and an asteroid. I would say a comet is smaller than an asteroid. Could be bigger. No, an asteroid is something that wiped out the dinosaurs, isn't it? Well, helped to wipe them out. And then a comet is something that... Okay, so let's say a comet comes in. Hang on, what's the difference? Does a comet... Is it an asteroid that goes into the Earth's atmosphere and then hits the ground? Is that an asteroid? And then is it a comet that's something that you see flying past and then burns up in the atmosphere? I'm gonna please search this. What's the difference between a comet and an asteroid? It's not going to load up. Why not? Oh, it's the Bluetooth thing. What's the difference between a comet and an asteroid? Comets are made of ice and dust, while asteroids are primarily rock and metal. There you go. I didn't even know that. Now I do. So let's say an asteroid hits the Earth, but it's got like some sort of little worm on it. We'll call it a zombie worm for this purposes. So a zombie worm is in this like asteroid, and then let's say it hits my front door or front garden or something like that, and then the little worm comes out and starts wiggling around, starts getting into my house, and then comes up to the bedroom while I'm sleeping, and then goes into my ear, and then gets into my brain and takes over my brain, and then boom, there you go. I'm a zombie. Potentially. I mean, that's a little bit far-fetched, but you know, there's a possibility there. It's not impossible. What did they say? Nothing's impossible. Becoming a zombie could be possible. So you've got this little worm thing that goes into my brain, and it's like, I don't know, infected with something, and it chews away as part of my brain. And all of a sudden, I'm sleeping, and I'm like, you know, I go to bed nice human, and then all of a sudden, my eyes just ping open, and then all of a sudden, I'm a zombie. I mean, I'll be laying in bed. Kirsty will be laying in bed next to me. And then I'm laying next to her going, and she's snoring away. Our cat's probably laying there going, will you two shut up? So, there you go. So, an asteroid hits Earth. And then a little worm comes out, eats my brain, and then I'm a zombie. And then I bite Kirsty, she becomes a zombie. We bite the cat becomes a zombie. And then we just go on a rampage and just take over the world. There you go. The third option, I was thinking of some sort of a creature on Earth. So let's say I was out swimming in the sea, but there's this like jellyfish that's been undiscovered. We'll call it a zombie fish, shall we? So this zombie jellyfish, should I say? This zombie jellyfish comes up and stings me and then infects me in some way that I become a zombie. Wrong button. I am going to stop pressing that button because I reckon you're all probably getting annoyed at this. So if there's some sort of like jellyfish thing that stings me, then, you know, it affects my nerves. Then all of a sudden, you know, it affects my brain and then my eyes, and then all of a sudden I'm a zombie. So we've got some sort of virus, which is probably the most realistic one. We've got like this alien thing that comes in and takes over my brain. Highly unlikely. We've got a jellyfish type thing that stings me and then I become a zombie. Possible. And the other one I was thinking of was something that you eat. So we all know magic mushrooms, don't we? We all know what they do. They make you hallucinate. All that good stuff. What if that was like permanent? What if you had a mushroom and then you were high, like just permanently? Then, you know, there could be some type of mushroom out there that you eat and then it affects your brain and makes you zombie-like and it's permanent. Then technically wouldn't you be a zombie? We've already got that drug out there, don't we? It's actually called the zombie drug. And it's spice. Have you seen videos of it? People on spice? In fact, I've got a button. I'm sorry about these buttons. Why can't I find a button that I'm looking for? Where is it? You know, these people walking around on spice. It's mad. They do look like zombies. So, I mean, you got drugs. So you could take a drug. Let's say somebody takes spice, right? And it looks like they're a zombie. But then what if it's permanent? Then technically, they're a zombie. Correct? I was going to hit that doom, doom, doom button, but I'm not going to bother. So you got like some sort of type of mushroom or something you eat, like a plant or something like that, and then it affects your brain to the point where it's irreversible, and it puts you into like a zombie-like state. The only thing is, it's not going to be contagious, is it? Like, if you bite somebody, they're not going to turn into a zombie? I mean, what class is a zombie? What's the definition of a zombie? So something you eat, like a mushroom or something like that. I would say a virus is number one. Some sort of mushroom E-type thing would be number two. And then, I mean, the alien thing would be number 8, even though there's only 6 of them. What else is there? There's the drug thing. And then the only other thing I can think of is if a sexually transmitted disease turns you into a zombie. But I think there's a couple of reasons, right? 6 of them that I think that being a zombie could potentially be possible. I did do a zombie episode back almost 6 months ago or something like that. So if you go on to Apple Podcast have a look on there. You'll see an episode I did of becoming a zombie or zombies, I think I called it. But this is a zombie apocalypse, so it's not actually. There's more to it. This episode, basically. But so what we know now, right, is, well, we don't know. It's not fact, but what I think right now is you could potentially become a zombie. Not one of these ones that, you know, are like biting people's like
brains. Give me brains.
Why are zombies so aggressive? Why? Why can't they be friendly? Why do they have to run around and eat our flesh, chew our bones, eat our intestines, eat our brains?
Brains. Give me brains.
Why can't they just be friendly? Why do they have to eat us, humans? You know what I mean? Like, if I was to walk down the street and I seen a zombie coming up towards me.
Brains. Give me your brains.
I'd be like, mate, hold on a second. First of all, relax. Second of all, you look like a pile of crap. Right? Your ears hanging off. One of your eyeballs are hanging from its sockets. You got chunks of your arm missing. Clearly you're having a bad day, right? But relax. Come with me.
Where are we going?
Just come with me.
But I want to eat your brain.
I understand you want to eat my brain, but you see that place over there?
Yes.
KFC.
Uh-huh.
Let's go over there. I'll buy you a boneless banquet. And then after you eat that, then tell me if you want to eat my brains.
I want to eat your brains first.
No, you're not eating my brains first. Let's just go over here. I'll pay for it. Right? You don't have to pay a single penny. We'll go over here, go to KFC, I'll buy you some boneless banquet, I'll have one for myself, and then we'll have a good chat together, talk about how you became a zombie. You know, and then after the meal, let me know how you feel.
Okay, let's go. So you go.
So you go. So me and the zombie walk over, go into. I mean, first of all, this is one of them zombies from like the 1970s movies. You know, the ones that like, and they're like walking like 2 miles an hour, like. So we go over to the KFC. Can I have 2 boneless banquets, please? One for me, one for my mate here.
Brains.
There is no brains in a boneless banquet, mate. Right? So we sit down.
Brains.
Just eat this chicken and shut up, mate. So he eats the chicken, eats the whole lot. How was that for you, mate?
Oh, that was amazing. That was very nice. I'm stuffed.
You still want to eat brains?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I don't think I could eat another bit of flesh.
And I'm like, well, there you go. Why be aggressive? Why chase after us and eat our brains?
Do you know what? Come to think of it, I don't even know why. I guess I'm just having a bad day and I'm hungry. So when I see a living human being, I just, naturally want to eat their brains. And I'm that angry that I do it very violently. If I'll just rip your stomach out and then just grab your intestines and then just chew on them.
But surely, like, that boneless banquet you just had there now was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Really loved it, so I did. So there's no need for me anymore to eat people's brains. I'm just going to go to KFC and have a boneless banquet.
And there you go. And here, mate, go and tell all your friends, right? See all them ones right there now, chasing after innocent little children and trying to eat their brains. Go and tell it. Go and get them all. Round them all up, and then go and get yourself a family bucket, and then share it around, and then let's stop this madness. Let's stop this whole madness where you are killing us and eating our brains and infecting us and turning us into zombies. Let's just be friends.
Do you know what? You're right. Put it there.
Go to shake his hands and he bloody eats me. And then he goes out.
Here, lads. Hey, everybody, come here. Here, eat this chicken. Here's some popcorn chicken for you. Here, have you tried their gravy? Here's some chips and gravy.
And then all of a sudden, all the other zombies
They're like, that's amazing. Oh, that gravy's the best gravy I've ever had in my life.
why
Why are we attacking all these humans? Why are we eating their flesh when we could go to Burger King or McDonald's? Yeah, you've got a point there.
and then all of a sudden realization hits the world, and all the zombies are all like peaceful, and just me alone have changed their behavior, and now we all get along with each other. One thing I will say though is, if a zombie does do that, and stops eating human flesh and stops chasing us, and if it does that, it would have to get the funds in order to feed itself. So you can imagine, like,
Ah, come on lads, let's go to Burger King. It's on me.
he goes into Burger King.
Can I have everything on the menu, please?
Yeah, that will be. I mean, it's Burger King. That will be £53,000, please.
Oh, I don't have any money.
Well, that's a problem.
You got any jobs going here?
We've got a few, yeah. To grab an apron and come in and start cooking. Next thing you know, all of the staff in every single Burger King across the world are zombies. I mean, is that not already happening? Dun, dun, dun. But that would be funny, wouldn't it? Like, if zombies stopped, because that's what would happen if they stopped eating like humans and flesh and brains, and started eating Domino's pizzas, or going to the supermarket and buying themselves their weekly shopping. They would have to pay for it, so they would have to get jobs. Can you imagine like a zombie family? The zombie, he gets up Monday morning.
Oh, can't be asked going to work today. Oh, sucks being a zombie.
He's in the bathroom having a shave. His ear falls off.
Oh, for flip's sake, this always happens to me every morning. I'm sick of it.
Picks up his ear, puts a sellotape stick, staples it back on. He goes to like brush his teeth, and his teeth all fall out.
For flip's sake, not again.
Does his hair, brushes his hair. His whole scalp falls off.
For flip's sake, every morning this happens to me.
Goes to pick up, his shoes. He goes to pick up his shoes to put it on. His arm falls off.
For flip's sake, not again.
He goes to pick up his other arm with his arm that's attached to his body, and then that falls off.
For flip's sake, not again. I'm sick of this.
He's at a rage. He kicks the bed.
Oh, for flip's sake.
And his leg falls off.
Oh, no, not my leg. Come on now. I've got no arms. I've got one leg. I'm late for work. The kids are running around. We need to get them ready for school.
So he ends up, stapling all his body parts back together again, and then gets in his car. What car would a zombie drive? It would definitely be a VW Golf, wouldn't it? So he's sitting in traffic, listening to Zombie FM, and then stuck in traffic.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm going to go back to eating flesh and bones and...
But he can't, because he's in debt, because he took out a loan to pay for his, I don't know, his golf tuition. He plays golf every week. A zombie. I'm just basically describing normal life. That's what would happen. See, if there was a zombie apocalypse, right? Somehow the zombies would fall into the system that we've created for ourselves. So, the zombie mother would be in the house doing the housework. Not saying that all women do that. That's not what I'm saying. But stay-at-home mums, zombie mums, would be sitting watching like loose zombie women Antiques Roadshow, Zombie Antiques Roadshow. Imagine a world where like humans and zombies coincided. Weird. Even though that happens now, doesn't it, really, if you think about it? But what would happen if there was a zombie apocalypse, right? And the zombies took over everywhere? What would happen if they killed all the humans? What would they do then? What would they do after that? Don't tell me I'm skipping again. Hello? Hi? It's alright. But what would happen? Like...
Hey. Oh, we've killed all the humans. They're all dead.
What?
Well, what do we do now?
Well, what do we do now? I don't know. What's a zombie? Is this skipping again or what? If it is skipping, I'm just going to upload this because this is like my 4th attempt doing this. It kind of looks like it's skipping. No, fine, whatever. Yeah, so the zombies, they eat every single human.
Hey, where's all the humans? I don't know, mate. I haven't seen one in months. Have we ate them all? I think we have, yeah. Well, what do we do now? I don't know. Maybe get a hobby or something? I don't know. What do you want to do now? I don't know. I'm really hungry. I haven't had some brains in about 3 weeks. I'm starving.
Like, what would they do? Like, a zombie's main purpose is to chase after humans and eat them. But what would they do if that's been accomplished? For me, that's an actual zombie apocalypse because they've wiped everybody out. Technically, is a zombie apocalypse like if you wipe out everywhere apart from like pockets of resistance of humans around, then is it a zombie apocalypse? What makes it an apocalypse? I thought an apocalypse would have to really wipe everybody out. I don't know. What about a zombie expert? So they've wiped all their main goal, right, is to get the humans.
Brains.
They've eaten everybody. Everybody's turned into a zombie. Now what? Now
What do we do?
What did they do? There is a few films that I've seen where they're almost like it's almost like the zombies go dormant or something. Like they just stand there in the corner of a room, like vibrate. But surely they're not just going to do that for the rest of their lives. Like, what would they do? They would have to get a.
Let's get a hobby.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I've always fancied crocheting.
What would they do? They would just walk around, but then don't they need food in order to keep their bodies going? So they would have to like eat each other. Because I don't know, become vegetarian or something. But even that, it's like, what would they do during the day? Like let's say they start eating each other. Well, I think that's the only thing you can really do. That's the only thing that's going to give a zombie purpose. So you eat all the humans, you eat all the animals. There's nothing left in the world. There's nothing left to do. They'll probably just turn on each other. And then what? There's going to be, like, you're just going to end up with just one zombie. And then what's he going to do?
For flip's sake, I've eaten all the humans. I've eaten all the animals. I've eaten all the other zombies, and now it's just me. I'm on my own now. What am I going to do? I can't kill myself. I'm already dead.
What would they do? I'll leave that with you guys. Think about that. What would they do? Like, anytime I watch the movie or anything, a zombie apocalypse is like, you know, the whole world has gone belly up, if you like. The nature is starting to take back the planet. So if you have like New York, for example, all the buildings and all the main roads are all starting to, grass is starting to grow over them, and what do you call it, ivory or whatever, starting to take, like, nature's starting to take over take the planet back. So that's like what I would visualize a zombie apocalypse 2 look like. Cars everywhere, crashed upside down. Planes just, in like a town centre somewhere. Like, it's all crashed, and then like buildings collapsed, and just like what you see in a movie. Now, that's what I think it would be like. And I think that there would be, like, you on your own. I mean, in this country, you're screwed. All you really got here, firearms wise, is realistically is shotguns. So you got like a lot of farmers and stuff. So you can actually have a shotgun in the UK, but you can't like have an AK-47 or some sort of assault rifle. Like imagine if in America you'd be walking around 2 machine guns, just loaded up to the teeth. You'd be fine. In the UK, you would have to you would have to get into like a military barracks where there's automatic weapons there, or some police stations might have firearms. But here you would just it would just be like a machete or a knife or something. That's all you can really defend yourself with, isn't it? But my sort of like vision would be me on my own, walking around trying to find some pockets of resistance, because like it'd be hard because all the systems would be down. So you'd probably have no radio, no TV, no communication. Like, all of a sudden, it would just be you. You can't really ring up somewhere and just be like, "Are you still alive?" or "What's going on here?" So I think some movies have got it spot on, because I can't visualize it any other way than that. But let's imagine like you're because you could go all around the world then, couldn't you? Like you could get into vehicles, because they would still work. So you drive to like a port, and then you'd see a boat, and then you just get on the boat and then just go over. I would search. You just drive around, wouldn't you, searching for like pockets of resistance, and then team up and then see if you can take over the world, take the world back again, should I say? Could you imagine like going around the world and like? Can you imagine going around the world and trying to find pockets of resistance, only to find nothing? And you end up back where you began, and you're like, wow, there's nobody on this planet. It's just me. That's it. But then, all of a sudden, all you hear is,
"Excuse me, are you a zombie?"
you turn around, and there's this beautiful woman, the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your whole life. Well, hello? No, I'm not a zombie, are you?
No? Are we the only people left on this planet?
Yeah, I think so. I've been all around the world, and I can't find anybody.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was traveling all around the world, and I didn't see anybody either. So that must mean it's just me and you.
Yeah. That's where I'm getting from it.
You know what this means, don't you?
What's that?
We're going to have to repopulate the Earth. That means you're going to have to shag me 10 times a day, 7 days a week, 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, whatever. You are going to have to shag me non-stop, and then we're going to have to repopulate the Earth. Are you happy with that?
Yeah. Let me think. Yeah.
Oh, there is one thing though. We can't do it today.
Why is that?
Well, I'm still upset that my favourite football team, Manchester City, all got it eaten, and then I can't watch any more matches. So if you just leave it for today and we'll start it from tomorrow, is that fine?
Sorry, it sounded like you just said that you were a Manchester City supporter.
Yeah, that's correct. Before they all got eaten, you know. If we have enough kids, so if we have 11 kids, then we can start up our own Manchester City football city. We can start up our own Manchester City football team.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you. I'm gay.
What? But you just said...
No, I'm gay.
But I thought you...
No,
Is it because of the Man City thing?
no, I'm just gay.
Well, can I borrow some of your semen so I can have some babies?
No, you can't. No, that's gay semen. Not allowed it. It's mine.
But I don't understand. You were all up for it, and then all of a sudden I said I was a Manchester City supporter, and now you won't repop. Think about the Earth. We need to repopulate the Earth.
I don't care. I'm gay. Oh, here. Hey.
But hey, we have to do it. Like, we have to do it.
She's dead. I would rather end human civilization and be on a planet on my own than give birth to Man City kids. I'm only joking, by the way. That's a joke. Imagine she didn't tell me, and then like 10 years down the line after take 10 kids.
Here, come here to speak to you for a second.
What is it, love?
You know the way I said, you know the day that we first met, right? There was something I was supposed to tell you, and I completely forgot about it.
Well, what's that?
I'm a Manchester City supporter.
What?
Yeah. And now that we've got 11 kids, we can start our own football team and call it the new Man City football team. Dead. She's dead.
Hey, kid. Come here, son.
What is it, Daddy?
Did your mother mention anything about a football team?
Yeah, she said something about
Manchester City. Oh, messed that up. You gotta say it. Here, twins, come here. Did Mummy tell you about Man City? She did. You know, the rest of the kids they see what's happening and they're all running away, trying to get away from me and all. And I'm like, what football team do you support? Man City. Now, I just use Man City because if I use Man City, then Manchester United fans would be laughing their heads off right now, and Liverpool fans would be laughing their heads off right now, and pretty much every team. Arsenal fans, they would all be laughing their heads right now, wouldn't they? Who likes Man City? Huh? Who likes Man City? Only joking, guys. This is just jokes. Don't come at me, right? I'm only joking. I'm not even a football fan, right? If Man City are playing Champions League or anything like that, I'm like, go on, City, beat everybody else. People often think that, oh, I'm a Man United fan because the way I was just talking there, but no, I'm mutual, and it's fun. Like being mutual because you can just say anything to any team, and you know what I mean. It's not a football episode, but last night I watched Match of the Day, 2 of them. I watched Saturday's Match of the Day, and then I watched Sunday's. And I'm so not into football. I just like the highlights, so I'll watch like the highlights of a match, and then when it's over, and then they start doing their commentary and that kind of thing, I fast forward it back to the next match, and I did that. My nose is switchy. But see, when it comes to football, I'm mutual, right? That's why I can take the mick out of like Rangers fans, Celtic fans, Man City fans, all of them. I can take the mick out of all of them, and it's fine because I'm mutual. Like, I don't care. Like, what match was I watching? I was watching Chelsea versus Arsenal, and now I feel sorry for Arsenal because ever since I can remember, I'd never seen them win in the Premier League. They probably have whenever I was younger, but I've never seen them. And I think that they deserve to win it this year. I mean, zombie apocalypse here. But I think that they do deserve to win. And this is what I'm like with football, right? So I think they deserve to win the league. But when they were playing Chelsea, at the very beginning, I was like, go on Arsenal, let's see if you can beat Chelsea here. And then Chelsea got a man sent off. And when they got a man sent off, Chelsea, like, and this was almost at the beginning of the match, I switched. I was like, oh, Chelsea have got a man down and they're playing Arsenal. So I was like, go on Chelsea instead. And then Chelsea scored and I was like, oh, there you go. And then I think it was one each. So, yeah. But anyway, Zombie Apocalypse, what else? Oh, we're almost finished. Do I think a zombie... Well... it's never going to happen, is it really? Come on. Dun, dun, dun. It's never going to happen. I mean, it was kind of weird. Like, if that coronavirus, right? Imagine that was the virus that could turn you into a zombie. Look how quickly it can spread. It didn't take COVID long to spread across the whole world. Now, don't none of your conspiracy theorists or anything come at me, right? COVID was real, okay? It was real. But look how fast it spread across the world. So how fast do you think a zombie apocalypse would happen? I mean, good luck trying to take over. Good luck for the zombies trying to take over Scotland. Hey, you want to take over us? Brains.
Brains. Give me brains.
I'll give you a brain. He sticks a head in him.
I'm a zombie. What are you doing? I'm supposed to be baiting you.
Like, see the zombies back in like the 70s, like the movies and stuff. I was never scared of them. I was always like, you just run faster than them. It's fine. No need to worry. See these ones, like the newer ones, like in World War Z, them things that sprint after you. That's when I was like, I wouldn't even run. The speed them things can run. And I doubt that they would run out of, like, breath. I think they would just run after you. Look at that World War Z one where they make like a tower of themselves to get over like the barrier, whatever it was. The speed that they can run, and then they can jump really fast. Yeah, if something is that aggressive and it's running towards me, I would just stand there and just go, oh, I'm screwed. Just let it eat me, because there's nothing else you could do, is there? I mean, you could try and fight back, but you're just, delaying the inevitable. But, like, see, back in the day, like, I prefer the older generational movies with zombies. Like, you're trying to fix your window with, like, boards, like, trying to keep them out. You're hammering boards into the wall, whatever, and all the hands are coming through and they're trying to grab you. Like, I like them kind of movies. Not these ones where they're, like, running at you full force and they're about to, like, wipe you out. Scary. But do we think a zombie apocalypse could happen? I think possibly. I would say it's not impossible. If you have some sort of a virus that turns you into a zombie-like person that was contagious, if you were to touch somebody or something like that, then potentially that could happen. Is it going to be like the movies where they're like brains and... No, I don't think it's going to be like that. Does it have to be like that? Like, does it have to be brain, that? What if it was just a virus that went around and that did something similar? I don't know. But there we go. Right. We're done. Can't believe it. 4 attempts to do this episode. 4 attempts. And I was like, you need to do it today. Get it out of the way. Madness. One thing I will say is I have been working behind the scenes to get people to come on this podcast now. I'm actually doing something with TikTok. I started doing live streams on TikTok. So this has actually been recorded on TikTok as well. I'm actually live. I don't know. Am I still live? I think so. So it's I'm trying to, because Instagram, YouTube, like all the other sites, they're all starting to like the videos starting to increase, like the views. But for some reason, TikTok is dead. One thing I know about TikTok is live streaming boosts your videos. So I have to do 3 live streams before I get full access to the live stream. So this is the second one. So the third one I'll do the next time I'm recording the next episode. And then after that, then TikTok should start, the views should start going up there. But so a lot of work in the background, and hey, we got somebody on. So a lot of work in the background, and also guests are going to be coming on. I've got a few lined up. And basically, I just need to contact them now. So I think the next episode, I might have a guest on. I'm going to try it out. So I just need to contact them and book them in. So it's going to be like a booking process. So I'm going to find out whatever day they're available, find out what day I'm available, and then we're going to do an episode together. And I'm going to see how many. I'm going to see if I can get loads of guests on, because even though it's good doing this on my own, it's a lot harder, must say. And doing the audio ones, I had guests on there, and it was fun. So we're gonna get a few people on here. Like I need to work out, because my sister's in Australia, so she's like 8 hours ahead of us, or 11 hours, or whatever it is. So if she wants to do one at like 8 o'clock in the evening where she is, I don't know what time that's going to be where I am. And then I've got a few Americans coming on, and the same thing. But the ones in the UK will be easier to get on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to start getting the ball rolling. It's all set. It's all ready to go. I just needed to figure this. I've been trying to get this to 4K. I'm done trying. I'm going to leave it for a while before I move in. So now I'm going to focus on getting guests on. So look forward to that. And yeah, if you want to be a guest, let me know. And we'll sort something out. We're going to do it remotely. So the screen that you're watching now, it's going to be split in half. So you're going to have me on one side, and then you're going to have a guest on the other side. And it should be good audio as well. But thanks for joining, everybody. Actual recording is higher quality. Okay, whatever. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm bloody glad this one's done. 4 attempts.
4 bloody attempts. Right?
See yous. Peace. And catch you on the next one.